I'm Bea.
And I'm Sam.
And we're two best friends who like to talk shit about smut, wingspan,
And sometimes books.
Join us every Wednesday for a new episode. Hi.
Hello.
Bit easy to look at. I can't cope with you and your crunch sitting. You must have abs of steel.
I think these chairs are different, mind. I don't think they're exactly the same.
Yeah, so you heard it in last week's episode, and probably the week before.
And
I'm sorry for the gulping, because we're having a drink. If anyone's been here or has been listening since way back when we did a Dawn of Onyx drunk, you know that, like...
And that's why we're not doing a book recap tonight, because we'd butcher it.
Us drinking and recording, which we've only ever done once, is not a good combination. Because as funny as we think we are sober, we think we're fucking hilarious drunk. We went on how this was not relevant to Onyx. It wasn't Onyx Storm. Did I say Onyx Storm? Or did I say Dawn of Onyx?
Dawn of Onyx.
I thought I said Onyx Storm. Not relevant to Dawn of Onyx, but we went on like an hour tangent about like the Prince of Wales. I don't even know how that, it doesn't correlate. There's no relation.
Yeah, that's where I did it all out.
But what was worse, it was a 2-hour recording, right? And we got to like 90% of the book at the end of the first hour. It was a bank holiday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So anyway, but we are having a drink tonight, albeit probably a much more conservative one. Because why are we drinking tonight?
To christen the studio.
To christen the studio. So yeah, if you've listened for the last few weeks, you've heard us mention about this studio that has yet to be completed. Will it ever be completed? Probably not.
I think we'll always want to change stuff and add stuff.
Yeah, but for now, we've got a backdrop. And if you see some clips going out during this week's release, you'll see the,
Yeah, and if you're on our Patreon,
you've been following that little journey.
You can't see any of the fucking candles.
They were really more for us, weren't they?
Yeah, just wanted to use a wand.
The wand every week. But yeah, we're having a little drink tonight to cheers into this.
Yeah. We got any updates?
Not really.
What are you currently reading?
Oh, I'm currently reading
Reading?
I'm currently reading and audiobooking because I was audiobooking and then I wasn't enjoying, no hate or no shade, but the narrator doing the MMC's voice is somebody who's American trying to do a Scottish accent, and it just isn't.
Yeah,
I don't know, it's just not doing it for me. So I ended up buying the Kindle version so I can switch in between. But it's The Song of the Marked by S.M. Gaither. Yeah, really enjoying it. I think it's a completed series. It's like 4 or 5 books. Enjoying it thus far. No spice yet, but there still could be spice. I think there might be. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Good.
What are you reading?
I'm reading Vow of Magic.
Do you want to tell them how quickly? So this is what's the name of this series?
The Mage Queen series.
It's the Vow of Lies series by
Alyssa Lonergan.
Which we did in our author, or we're doing, or we've done? No, it's coming out at the end of this month, but maybe when this is out, it's already out. I don't know.
November.
It's our end of November author spotlight, the first book. In that time, you've read the second and the third. The second book you literally read in like...
Well, I started it 20 hours before I finished it, but obviously I slept. I started it last night, read 65% of it last night, went to bed, woke up this morning, read a couple of chapters, worked, and then finished it.
Which is wild.
Yeah, I'd say it took me about 5 hours to read the whole thing.
Crazy. You're eating this up, aren't you?
Kindle told me it was going to take me 6.5 hours, so I wanted to beat it.
She's a Scorpio, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't know already.
I saw it as a challenge. I'll see you 6.5 hours and I'll raise you 5.
You twat. And now you've started book 3.
Yeah, but I can't. I know you want to read it because I think we're going to get Alyssa on the podcast.
We're going to do it. We're going to do the full run because the final book is out next year,
January.
Yeah. So once it's a completed series, we're going to do the full run in end of season 1. Right? Yeah.
Obviously, I can't say anything.
You can't.
Oh my god! Considering there's no spice yet, I think there will be spice. Like it's been hinted at, but nothing's happened. The yearning, burning, lusty tension. I fucking hate you. I fucking love you. Ugh. Oh my god. It makes me tingle. But I also just read What Did You Do?
Yes.
By Janine O'Reilly.
which is the second book in
How Does It Feel?
How Does It Feel?
Yeah.
I was saving that for this episode, but I'll do it again later.
Okay.
And practice it in the car on the way over.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
So How Does It Feel had a huge twist at the end that I didn't see come in.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean had an even huger twist at the end?
Even huger, yeah.
I honestly was like,
gagged.
How she's like sent me because I thought I knew what was coming, and I was wrong.
So wrong.
So fucking wrong. She made me look like a fool.
Yeah, again, on the TBR, like I do intend to read them. When's the third one out? That's soon as well, isn't it? Well, we're going to talk about it today. Yeah, so that's our current reads right now.
Yes.
The only thing I was going to say is, as of recording, so probably not when this releases, it'll be way past that, but we've just had not the greatest news in terms of the election.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say, for anyone who listens to us that voted Trump, fuck off.
And anyone who stopped following us because we put up how we stand against him.
Thanks.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers. See you fucking never. But not that I feel like it needs to be said. I'd like to think we give off this vibe. But just in case we didn't, we are a safe space for the LGBTQ plus community. We stand for women's rights. We stand for women's right to bodily autonomy. And anybody who thinks they read these books that we talk about every week and doesn't think that reading is political is fucking insane.
Nearly all the books we read have got a court of some kind, a queen and king, and like
and literally
monarchy.
And all are like strong female characters fighting for better rights for whether it's women, magical creatures, it doesn't matter, but it all parallels real life. Anybody who reads any of these books that we read and doesn't see that and thinks that there's a separation and that those authors are not inspired by real life are fucking insane. I think Sarah J. Maas, I think we retweeted this or reposted this week, actually said that the King of Highburn was inspired by Trump. Anyway.
We digress.
Okay, so we're here because we are doing our most anticipated reads for 2025.
Yeah, so get a pen and paper because
what's this? 1955.
Yeah, get pen and paper because we're going to give you release dates. So mark them off in your diary, to your calendar. And if you haven't read them yet, you can make a note of.
They wouldn't have read them because they're anticipated.
They're all parts of series.
Yeah, I agree.
Let me finish. If you haven't read the series yet, then you can make a note of when you need to read them by.
Yeah.
So get your pen and paper and your little paper calendar.
Yeah.
And come on a journey of 2025 with us.
Get your little paper calendar and come on a journey.
We're going time traveling to 2025.
Forward.
Yeah.
We're not gonna, even though these are all parts of series, and we just have to say this is not our be all and end all 2025 release. It's just what we could think of.
Yeah, I'm sure there's books.
There's probably, if we were to look at all the books in the romancy genre, there'd be way more. But we're just talking about series that we have currently read and that we recommend that are getting additions next year that we are eagerly anticipating. However, there will be no spoilers in this episode. So like, even if you haven't read these series, don't worry, we're not going to spoil anything.
Shall we start by addressing the elephant in the room?
Yeah, because funny enough, we've just had some like progression on this book today. Well, yesterday.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Oh,
anymore.
okay. What were you going to talk about?
Do you think 2025 will be the year that we get any crumb for the next ACOTAR? Is Sarah coming out of her hiatus?
A part of me thinks we might get an announcement next year.
Oh yeah, I don't by any means think we're getting a book.
No, but I honestly think we could get an announcement and a release all in 2026. I think we could wait that long for an announcement and a release.
I hope not.
Because I'm trying to remember when House of Flame and Shadow got announced. I honestly can't remember. I'd have to go back and look. But it was like, I've got a feeling we only got, please correct me if I'm wrong while you're listening to this, but I've got a feeling we only had the announcement for Flame and Shadow like about 6 months prior to the release.
I can't remember.
I want to say it was like mid to end of 2023 and it released in Jan 24. So I've got
it did release in January 2024.
Yeah,
I can confirm that.
I've got a feeling that like you'd either just started reading or about to start reading ACOTAR. Like it was right around that time.
Okay, so that would have been July.
Definitely by the time you finished House of Sky and Breath, we had the announcement. So it wasn't...
That was August.
Yeah, we won't wait. So that's not a very long wait, is it? So I wouldn't be surprised if we get like an early spring 26 announcement.
Okay.
For then a late 26 release. I personally don't think we're getting anything next year. Release or like certainly not a release, but I don't think we're getting anything.
So frustrating.
Like, just to say, obviously there's nothing on our list when it comes to ACOTAR.
Yeah, there's nothing SJM related.
We're as in the dark as you are.
You're out of luck. You're shit out of luck.
Shit out of luck. I thought the elephant in the room we were going to address was Onyx Storm, because we've just had a chapter release today.
Oh, well, that's not an elephant in the room, is it?
Is it?
Oh. An elephant in the room is like the glaringly obvious thing. And we're an SJM podcast.
Podcast. Oh, as a Sarah J. Maas podcast.
Yeah, as a Sarah J. Maas podcast, you know.
Okay.
I think we needed to discuss that first.
Okay. But the second elephant in the room, the slightly smaller one.
I don't think that's an elephant in the room.
You're really living and dying on this hill of elephants, aren't you?
Yeah. Okay. You use the term correctly.
Well, the first thing on our list for this week's episode,
I'll accept that,
is Onyx Storm, which we got a chapter released in Cosmopolitan today.
I haven't read it.
I've sent it to you to read.
Have you read it?
I have.
Okay. I think it's a fair statement to make that we liked Fourth Wing. Iron Flame just was not the one for us.
No.
It was a bit chaotic. Didn't love the ending. Didn't love a lot of things that happened. I loved a lot of things, and I also hated a lot of things.
Yeah, me too. I think
because obviously Iron Flame gives us that throne scene, and I did very much enjoy the throne scene.
Yeah, that's not too much of a spoiler.
Oh,
that's okay.
Yeah, I didn't say between who.
2 dragons. Agreed. Although it's been so long since we did our Fourth Wing and Iron Flame episodes, and they're some of our most popular, humble brag, but they are. I don't remember what our official stances are, but I
just remember we finished Iron Flame, and I was like, that was a hot fucking mess, because we were just all over the place.
I think ultimately, if we were to take the plot points from, again, this is no spoiler, if we were to take the plot points from Iron Flame and lay them out, we actually wouldn't be mad at them. I think it was more the tempo and the pace. It was more like this is going to sound really snobby, the crafting of Iron Flame and the pacing and the layout, as opposed to the content.
Why am I rocking?
Because these are rocking chairs.
I know, but you're not rocking.
No, please try not to. Because you're bashing the.
I don't mean to. Rocking of its own accord.
It's not. You're making it rock. There, see?
Is anyone in the room with us?
Rock Sam's World.
Daddy.
Onyx Storm is coming out the 21st of January 2025. If you are looking to do the audio book, you will be getting that the same day as Kindle and paperback. So sometimes, or hardback, sorry. Sometimes, obviously, you wait, but for these big releases at the moment, they're whapping them out all at the same time. But we do actually really love this series. We're really excited for Onyx Storm. We're buzzing, and I'm holding out that, like, when we, because this is going to be 4 books, I think, if I'm correct in saying she's confirmed 4. Yeah, I think so. It's 4. It's not a trilogy. This is the 4 wings of the.
Yes.
So I really want to finish this series, or certainly finish book 3 and be like, wow, now book 2 almost like doesn't make sense, but like
you can forgive it.
You can forgive it. So I'm holding out, and this is no spoilers, but from the chapter that was released in Cosmopolitan, it made me fucking buzzing for the next book.
Ooh.
There's nothing big revealed, but you just read it and you're like, oh.
I feel like when you get like a bonus chapter and things like that, you're almost like sucked back into that world, and like all the feels come rushing back to you.
Yeah, there's I can't spoil too much, but the shadow daddies are shadow daddying. That's all I'll say. So we are excited for this. For anybody, if we've ever given you the impression that we don't love Fourth Wing, we do like it, but we're not. Some people are like, Fourth Wing to them is like the equivalent of ACOTAR in the rating of like amazingness of books.
Yeah.
We like it a lot. We just don't. And we loved it after Fourth Wing.
Yeah.
But Iron Flame was a little
sketchy.
But that's our first pick. We are genuinely excited. Also, I know this is more of like an aesthetics thing, but give me all the fucking Fourth Wing sprayed edges. Give me all the Onyx Storm sprayed edges. I'll be pre-ordering I'll be getting the US version. Like, it's all crack. Give it to me. I want it. Yeah. I'll buy, if we go to Greece again, I'll buy the Greek version.
You'll have to go back to get it.
I will, won't I? I'll have to see if I can source somebody to get it for me. Okay. Next up on the list is a series that is by Harper L. Woods. We talk about the series all the time. We've not done episodes on them quite yet, but we love this series. We do recommend it quite a bit. And that is the What Lies Beyond the Veil series, also known as the Flesh and Bone series, but I don't feel like anybody knows it by that name. No
by
offense.
Harper L. Woods.
Yes. So What Sleeps Within the Cove was technically supposed to be released at the end of this year, like right now, if I'm correctly mistaken. But she did announce that there's been a delay. She's had some like family issues and whatnot, which is totally fair enough. So there's not actually an official hard in stone release date as of yet, but it's now been pushed to the 8th of May, 2025.
That's not too long to wait.
No. And we always say this, we'd rather wait and it be like what they want it to be than rush it and it not.
Yeah, don't rush to service a pile of shit.
Oh, brutal.
No, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, take your time and make it what you want it to be. But obviously I can say this because this doesn't come out for like 3 weeks, does it? Today? Today's episode? That's what I bought for Grace. It was on her wish list.
But she's not going to get it till the 8th of May.
Oh, sorry, the first book.
Oh, I was like, she won't get it till the 8th of May.
Sorry, the first book.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we love this series.
Veil, and I wrote in our message, like, so glad to see this series on your wish list. We absolutely love it.
Yeah, we do love the series. We haven't done episodes on them yet because we do intend, like, the fact that we've got one book pending, we're holding out for it to be finished. And, like, not to well, we can put this out. We're sometimes too candid about this, but like, no, not enough candid. The other way around, too secretive. I don't know what the word is. But we have been having good communication with Harper L. Woods' people.
PR team.
So we very much would like to do this series and have Harper L. Woods on the podcast, but we are holding out, obviously, like, for lots of reasons. One, for Harper, and 2, because we want the final book. Probably much more realistically a season 2 next year thing, but we love this series and we recommend it all the time.
Yeah.
If you haven't read it, we would highly recommend it. They're quick reads, they're fun, they're like Fae, like everything, Shadow Daddy, like we've spoken about these books loads, but would highly recommend. So that is the final book in the series again. Not again. Yeah. This is the final book in the series. And yeah, What Sleeps in the Cove, and that is definitely one of our most anticipated reads because we love this series.
And I just feel like we've waited so long, like not in a negative way. I'm not like we've waited so long, but like I've waited so long that I'm getting like more and more excited.
I think when you read it, the 3rd book had just come out. So we got all 3 books and now we're like, we've been waiting for 4. Yeah. Again, like take your time, but it's just, we're chomping at the bit for this one.
But I'm excited.
Yes. So the next step is, I can't even Google this. I can't even look for any release dates of this one because they just don't exist. But Burn of the Everflame by Pen Cole.
We love you, Pen.
We love you, Pen. And this was due to come out, am I right in saying like September, I think was the original date? So like amazing news for Pen, but she's been picked up traditionally. We fucking love that for her.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so happy. And it isn't, I don't think it's because of the traditional deal. It's more she just doesn't feel it's ready, if I'm correct.
Which is fine. But she did release some chapters. We got like the first 3 chapters.
I think it's just the first chapter from Luther's POV. When I was editing Ashes last night, I text Sam because you literally were like, what did you, that was it. You were like, again, this, I'm not going to try to spoil, basically saying that the main character from Serpent and the Wings of Night had these powers, which absolutely were not her powers, was completely mixing up with From Blood and Ash. But like the conviction, you're like, it's definitely that. And I'm like, Sam,
say it with enough chest and someone will believe you.
Exactly. Yeah, it's 1 chapter we've had thus far from Luther. It's a big chapter, but it is just the one. If anybody, how did we get that? Was it on her like newsletter or something? Yeah. So if you subscribe to Pen's newsletter, you can get the first chapter of Burn, but we're still waiting on an actual official release date. It's not even on Kindle anymore. She's taken it down because she's still just, I think as well, she's had, if, you know, we don't condone any of this, but really negative backlash from people because she had to cancel pre-orders. If you're one of these people that gives authors shit for like delaying a book, no.
They're human beings with real lives going on behind the scenes. Like you can't just take them as an author of a book. Like they have multiple things going on.
And I think people think that authors do it lightly, and like that's absolutely not the case.
Yeah, Penn's put her heart and soul into that book. Like she's as devastated as all of you are.
Exactly.
You're not more mad about it than she is. So
say it. Sorry, I was giving you snaps. Fucking say it louder, because
like nobody's more upset about it than Penn is. She wants this book out there. Yeah. She wants to get it into a reader's hands. Like, and when it's ready, it'll come.
Preach. Period.
And that goes for all authors, not just Penn.
But particularly Penn.
Yeah. Anyone that's been given her shit. I hate seeing it. When she puts up stories that she's had negative comments and nasty things said to her, I'm just like...
And nobody deserves it, but like we obviously have a personal connection with Penn. And
because we're friends.
Honestly, if anybody said, this podcast, we'd be like, who?
Yeah.
But anyway, we can pretend.
Recognize them.
I don't recognize the names. But like, we do not condone... Like, it's not acceptable anyway, but particularly for Penn, like, we absolutely adore her. She is a darling, and it doesn't make it okay for anyone, but like anybody that's given Penn shit for Burn being delayed can go swivel, quite frankly.
Yeah.
So we are buzzing. Penn can take as long as she wants, because she literally writes masterpieces. Also, it doesn't not saying this is any different to any other authors, but like Penn literally released 3 books within the space of 18 months of each other.
Yeah. Like, don't be greedy.
Exactly. Like, you can wait.
Yeah.
We're fucking buzzing. Whenever Penn is ready to release that, we'll be ready.
I can't get onto this soapbox because I won't get down.
Okay.
But I am buzzed.
Me too. And fucking buzzing. It's the final book in the series. If you haven't read the Kindred Curse saga, go fucking read it now.
I feel like I'm listening to you on double speed. How are you speaking so fast?
Aye. Is it the alcohol affecting me or the alcohol affecting you? Probably a bit of both.
Yeah.
But if you haven't read the Kindred Curse saga, go read it now. That wasn't quick. I think that was the same. I'd like to think, again, not making any assumptions, no pressure, Penn, but I do think 2025 will be the year.
Oh, yeah.
I certainly don't think we'll be waiting any later than 2025.
No, I agree.
It's an excellent series. All KU.
Yep.
Go fucking read
it. Will
it
it be KU now that it's...
Yeah, good point. I think as of right now it is,
okay.
But like TBC because she's traditional.
Yeah.
But for anybody of you listening like in the UK or, well, anywhere actually, why just the fucking UK? Bookshops exist outside of the UK, but it's now traditional, but it's back in stores now.
Yay.
So you can go and get the paperbacks in your Barnes & Noble, Waterstones.
Back on Amazon.
Yes, back on Amazon. So would highly recommend. We love Penn. Once you read it, go listen to our episodes and our interview with Penn. She's a delight.
She is. She was our first.
And we are. And obviously when, it's safe to say when Onyx Storm comes out, we'll be doing an episode for it.
Yeah.
Maybe not immediately, but like at some point. Mm-hmm. And when Burn comes out, we will be prioritizing Burn because she writes masterpieces. Okay. So next on the list is the second book in a Fate Inked in Blood series, which I'm going to go get the actual official name because we have a name. It's a curse of something, by Danielle L. Jensen.
Yes. And Danielle features in this episode twice.
Because she's such a fucking boss-ass bitch.
She's dominating.
A curse carved in bone.
Ooh.
The saga of the unfated. So as of right now, Amazon is only alluding to the fact that there is 2 books being released, but that doesn't always mean there's only 2. Like, they just haven't announced the 3rd. So we could be getting a 3rd book in this series, but as of right now, it's just this book. This is releasing on the 13th of May next year. And we've, again, done episodes on A Fate Inked in Blood. We liked this series, like this book.
I think we'd been spoilt by reading The Bridge Kingdom. You're right.
Rich, yeah, sorry. Oh.
I think we'd been spoilt by reading The Bridge Kingdom first because we just loved The Bridge Kingdom so much.
Yeah.
And A Fate Inked in Blood is such a different style of writing to A Bridge Kingdom.
And when we got Bridge Kingdom, certainly when I read Bridge Kingdom, I had the first 2. And technically, the way Danielle Jensen writes The Bridge Kingdom, not necessarily how she's going to write this series, is even though there's now 5 books out in the Bridge Kingdom series, they're written in duology. Yeah. So, like, technically, you could only read the first 2 of Bridge Kingdom and you could tap out and you're done. Yeah, you don't need to read anymore.
I'm done now.
So I got a finished story.
Yeah.
Whereas we haven't had that for A Fate Inked in Blood. So I am optimistic.
Oh, yeah,
that this is going to, like... We always say second books in series are the better one, generally, not always, but most of the time. So I'm really optimistic. But yeah, it was just very different to A Bridge Kingdom. Also, we said this in our Fate Inked in Blood episodes, but we're quite stupid.
Yeah, it was very intellectual.
And we just about scraped by with Bridge Kingdom.
Yeah.
But Danielle Jensen, which is good for her, but she's very true to the source when it comes to Norse mythology.
Yeah, so it was very Norse.
It was, a lot of god structure, which I think for maybe somebody who has some knowledge and context of that, you would probably understand things quicker than we did.
Yeah.
But maybe by the time we read book 2, we're a bit more like in the vibe, but we're still fucking buzzing for it. We love Danielle. She could literally serve us shit on a plate and we'd be like, thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We love it. We always say, like, not that we have any qualifications to be commenting on the quality of writing, but the way Danielle Jensen writes is like the golden standard. You can't, the way she writes things is like she leaves no crumbs.
No. Bridge Kingdom is just one of my favorites.
Which we're gonna get to that in a second.
We will.
But again, if you haven't read A Fate Inked in Blood, we'd highly recommend it.
Yeah. What else did I put on our list?
So next up this is probably gonna be a hot fucking take, or not a hot take, a hot one. I'm sure a lot of you are gasping for this one, but it is book 2 in the Fae and Alchemy series, yet to be titled, aka Quicksilver 2. So I
don't even know if the mic picked that up.
We don't actually have a specific release date for this yet. We just know that it is autumn 2025.
Yeah.
We don't have a title.
We spoke to Callie.
Humble brag.
So if you know, she wouldn't give too much away, obviously. It's like,
well, and when we spoke to Callie, her traditional contract had not been announced. So obviously for her, it was still coming out in October of this year. Because had she have stayed indie, that was like her plan.
But obviously she got picked up, and again, amazing for her. And I don't want to toot our own toot, but every indie author we've interviewed has gone traditional.
I definitely don't think it's anything to do with us.
She said that it's gonna, what did she say? Total fucking mayhem?
Were the words she used to describe book 2. So again, there was a lot of, particularly on our Quicksilver 2 update video that we did on TikTok, a lot of people commenting saying they were gutted about the delay, which of course we're gutted, right?
Yeah.
Like, of course we are. But equally, Callie getting picked up traditionally and the recognition that she's getting because of Quicksilver's merit far outweighs us getting a book quicker.
And it far outweighs us going, oh, boo-hoo. Like,
yeah.
Our TBRs are big enough, guys, and so are yours.
You've got more than fucking enough to read between now and next autumn.
And if you haven't, drop it in a DM.
Drop it in a DM.
Drop in a DM.
Slide us a DM and we'll fucking keep you busy. You've been really popping off on these last episodes. Like we said, we've got a date. It wasn't like an announcement and they said, oh, no date at all. Also, the benefit of this, we have got some fucking sick sprayed edges coming with that special edition because Quicksilver is being re-released.
Yeah.
It just I just think why are people getting mad? Don't we want this for people? This is a good thing.
This is why we support indie authors.
But also, it's okay if an author then decides to stay indie. There's no better version of it. But if there's a delay, there's a delay. And it isn't like they said we have no release date for it right now. They've given us a release date. Yeah. It's 12 months. It'll fly by, guys.
Yeah, it's nearly Christmas, and then it'll be the new year, and then all of a sudden it's March. That's the way it always goes for the new year. So quit your whining.
And also, in that time, we haven't listened to it yet, but we had a Quicksilver audiobook come out. Yeah. Callie, we love you. She's cool as fuck. Again,
she was Callie was the popular girl in school that you really wanted to talk to
and
cool
be your
friend.
Girl.
Yeah.
She's so cool. So yeah, if you haven't read Quicksilver, go read it now. And again, if you're wondering what you're going to spend 12 months doing, slide into our DMs and we'll provide you plenty of reading to keep you happy until Callie Hart releases Quicksilver 2.
Absolutely.
Should we move on?
Yeah, better add before we shout at anyone else.
The next one, I can't give you a date. I can't give you a name. And this is, again, not hard in stone. This is just tentative. I'm going to say 2 words. Metal Slinger.
Rachel Schneider, we love you.
Yeah.
And we cannot wait.
So this is the first one on the list that we haven't done a main channel episode yet. Oh, actually, no, what Lies Beyond the Veil was. We hadn't done episodes on this. Talking shit, sorry.
Liar.
But Metal Slinger, if anyone follows us on social media, you'll know we are banging this drum.
Real fucking hard.
Because it's that good and you need to go read it. Rachel has just said, tentatively 2025. we don't really have anything more than that, but that's okay. Rachel, take your time.
She is coming on the podcast in December.
Yeah, so in a couple of weeks, we're doing a main channel episode deep dive, which will be our spoiler episode on Metal Slinger. The week after, interviewing Rachel, which will try and get a bit more inside knowledge about book 2.
Yeah.
As of right now, Rachel's still indie, so like that control is a lot more in her hands. So yeah, it's, you know, I think what Rachel says probably is going to be like a bit more, I don't know.
True.
Not
that other people lied to us, but like,
what's the word? There's a word for it.
Firm. I don't know. A bit more reliable because there's no other like third party.
Yes.
Like interaction.
Exactly. If you haven't read Metal Slinger yet, and maybe you're like, don't know, go listen to our author spotlight on it, which is spoiler free. And even if that doesn't convince you, just go read Metal Slinger.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't disappoint.
Our episode on it comes out on the 4th of December, and then our interview with Rachel Schneider comes out on the 11th of December.
There we go. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. So we, oh my God, I'm so excited for this. I don't think I'm more buzzing for any book than, do you know what I mean? But like, I think
I'm really excited for a lot of what's coming up.
But Metal Slinger ended on such a cliffhanger.
Rachel really did us dirty.
In the best way.
Yeah, in the best way.
Like, I wanted to be done that dirty.
Yeah, it was like when you order dirty fries and they're extra dirty. You're like, thank you, but that's stinking.
It's not what I thought you were going to say, but okay. So, the next on the list is actually technically the first book in a series, but by an author that we love. I'm just going to see if we've got a release date, because I feel like we have.
But it is our queen, Kate Golden, and it's her brand new series coming out, which is called Half City.
So according to Amazon, we do not, but I'm just going to check Kate's social media, because I feel like we maybe had like a vague release date, if you know what I mean.
But if you haven't read the Sacred Stones trilogy by Kate Golden, we would highly recommend it. We ate it up. And all the authors we've spoken to are lovely. Nobody is more lovely than the other. But Kate was just so, so nice. Like, we had such a great time chatting with her. So if you want to get a feel for her writing and whether she's the right fit for you, then definitely have a look at the Sacred Stones trilogy.
So we don't actually have any indication that it's coming out in 2025. We've completely gaslit that. But she's announced it. So I feel like... So I feel like maybe it is, but there's nothing that from her Instagram and Amazon, there's nothing that indicates. Let me just check Goodreads, but there's nothing that indicates it's 2025. No, there's nothing. There's nothing. I don't
understand why people do that.
It was somebody writing, just literally saying, if Kate Golden writes it, I'm going to read it, and they just 5-starred it.
Was it you?
It wasn't me. But
was it me?
No, but it should be. So yeah, we actually, like, again, I'd like to think the fact that she's announced it makes me think that it probably is coming out next year. We got a full more than 12 months. So like, I would like to think it's coming out, but we actually have no official date to indicate that it's next year. But this is, so again, like you just said, we love the Sacred Stones trilogy. We've done episodes on them. We've interviewed Kate, and the fact that she's announced something new, we can't wait. This is like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer meets kind of like Vampire Academy sort of vibes. And we're just fucking buzzing for it. Kate's such a wonderful writer. Like, again, serve me a plate of stale bread and I'll eat it, Kate.
Yeah. Oh, I love her so much.
Me too. She's class.
Sacred Stones was just amazing. So
back again is Danielle Jensen.
We love you, Danielle.
So this is a bit of a weird one because technically this book is out.
It's very strange, but I think it is 2025, like physical release, right?
Yes. I think let me go get it, but I think it's April. Let me just go find it. So we've just spoken about the Bridge Kingdom, which is Danielle Jensen's probably, I don't know if I'd say better known series, but her series, original series,
But basically, Danielle sold the rights to Audible, and because Audible had the rights that they could release it sooner than the book was coming out. So,
I think that's the deal,
So the audiobook is out. So if you wanted to read it, technically you can read it right now.
And I've listened to it already because it's included in Audible subscriptions if you have one, and it was a 5 stars for me. Well, a 4.5. It was a 4.5, 5 stars for me. It was fucking insane. For anyone who's read The Bridge Kingdom, you know what Danielle Jensen's like. This does not disappoint. It was, oh my god, fucking incredible. And like we said, all of her Bridge Kingdom series are set in duology. So this is technically like the first of two, but carrying on the bigger story. Oh God, it's so fucking good.
So yeah, technically it comes out in 2025, but it's available now on Audible. If you have an Audible subscription, it is free.
So we are buzzing for when this comes out. I can't find it now. I want to say it's like April.
That's okay.
2025. I can't find it. It's April 2025, I think, off the top of my head. And for those of you in the US, you've just got, I think the second book has just come out. You've got new covers.
Fucking gorgeous.
We're so jealous. You get new covers, and I would imagine that this will be coming out with the new cover. The new cover hasn't been announced. We've only got the Audible cover, which is like the original Bridge Kingdom covers. And then book 6 is 2026. She's currently writing it right now.
Can't wait.
Yeah, we haven't done the Bridge Kingdom. I don't know if we ever will. Never say never.
Never say never.
It's not on our cards as of right now, but like maybe one day.
Yeah.
Season 2 is going to be a lot to fill, so, you know.
Drop in the DMs if there's anything you want us to cover.
But I think if we ever got Danny?
If we ever got our babe Danny.
If we ever got, maybe she hates being called Danny. If we ever got Danielle on the podcast, I don't even know if it would be, I suppose it would depend on timing. Would it be for a Bridge Kingdom interview? Would it be for a Cursington Blood interview, you know?
Could it not be both?
Let's fucking see. Wow. But yeah, so we love this series and we're just so excited for it to continue. Next up on the list is, again, a series that we have done here on the podcast. Don't know if you can see a theme. It is the Gods and Monsters series by Amber V. Nicole, book number 4.
I cannot bloody wait.
We certainly do not have favourite authors that we've interviewed, right? We love them all. We say this all the time, but every single one has been a fucking delight, right? We that isn't us being politically like on the fence. They genuinely are like the nicest people. But I feel like if we like went on a night out, I feel like us and Amber would have a fucking class time.
Oh my God, we'd have a fucking ball.
Like, she just seems like such a fucking laugh. Like, she was so funny.
She was
like, she was hilarious.
She's like, can I cuss? We were like, yes, you can fucking cuss.
And like, she's the like nicest person ever. I posted a fan art the other day of Sam Kiel. This is not a spoiler. And I put like a daddy sticker on it. And she like always DMs us like, you guys are so funny. I love you. We're like, Amber, we love you.
We love you too.
So we haven't got a name for it. But the book 4 in the Gods and Monsters series. So anyone who's listening, this series is kind of like more commonly known by the first book, which is the Book of Azrael.
Yeah.
But the book number 4 is coming out the 27th of May. We're going to have to go into lockdown during May.
It's gonna be May.
The quality of this episode is slipping steeply.
I think I'm bringing the vibes.
Like your tilted mic, I'm creased.
I'm trying to get it away from you because you're so loud.
We don't have a title for it yet. And again, so when we interviewed Amber, am I right in saying that she intends the series to be 7 books?
Yeah, 6 or 7.
So this is certainly not the finale. But for anybody who's read this series, you will know the cliffhanger that book 3 ended on. So we have got, I'm hoping, a lot of answers.
Did you see, I don't know whether it was on her threads or on her Instagram, that she said like she wanted the cliffhanger to be worse and she got reined in slightly.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so she basically said like she wanted to leave it in a way that you didn't know whether everyone was dead or alive. And they were like, no, Amber, you can't do that. She plays by her own rules.
And I love that she loves how much of an emotional roller coaster she puts us on. Like, she fucking lives for it.
Well,
I live for it.
Yeah. She also did a thread this week. And she said that in book 4, you'll realise that she's been telling you.
Yes, how it's going to end.
Since the beginning. I'm fucking terrified.
I love how, like, chaotic she is in her, like, whenever she talks about her books. I love it, but it makes me so anxious, but I also live for it.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm fucking buzzing. We've, again, done episodes on this series. We've interviewed Amber. We will definitely be doing an episode on book 4, but again, May is a big fucking month. At the moment, May onwards is the rest of our year, the way that May's going with its releases.
I know.
But
I don't have time for anything else.
We will 100% be doing an episode on this, just like TBC when exactly that comes out. But again, if you haven't read the Book of Azrael series or the Gods to Monsters series, go read it now. It's a little bit more on the dark side of like romantasy, but as romantasy readers who probably have never read anything that's considered dark fantasy before, we love it. Moving swiftly on. This is all on you. You need to comment on this because this is one of yours.
Oh.
But this is the third book in the How Does It Feel series. How does it feel?
What did you do?
I don't think that's how the song goes, is it?
No, but that's the second book.
Oh.
Can you remind me if book 3's got a name yet?
I'll tell you now.
It's called the Infatuated Fae series.
Where did you go? I don't love that. I don't love the titles of these books. That's no hate. I don't love them. £3.70 for the Kindle version. That was a fucking bargain, isn't it?
But
£3.7. I got my numbers mixed up.
But they're all quotes from the books.
Yeah. So this is jumping a little ahead, but a series that we're going to talk about in a sec, which is the When the Stars Alight, the Essence of Equinox series.
Oh.
So we didn't dislike the titles, but we were a bit like, the second book, we were like, they're a bit loose to the storyline.
Yeah. And
then we got a payoff when we got book 3 announcement. So I do understand that maybe if I read them, it's a bit more like...
Yeah. Yeah, so what's it called? Where Did You Go?
Where Did You Go? And it's coming out on the 28th of January, 2025.
So...
And I believe it's completed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Book 2 had my jaw bouncing off the floor. I could not believe how it ended. The revelations, I was shook. I'm buzzed. Best believe I'll be reading it as soon as it comes out.
So I haven't read this series, but because it's literally around the corner for book 3 and it's going to be done, I'm just waiting. So as soon as book 3 comes out, I'm going to read the trilogy. I've, like everybody, lots of people that we follow on Book Talk have raved about this. I'm so excited. But there's not really much more we can say on it apart from that.
I would love to talk to Janine, that's her name, isn't it? Janine O'Reilly. Yes. Because the book is so fucking unhinged. I need to sit her down and ask her, like, where did you think of this?
Next is book 4 in the Vow. It's not called the Vow of Lies series. I will get you the official name, but we've just spoken about this. So this...
Oh, no, this is the Mage Queen then. What did I say earlier was the Mage Queen?
This.
Oh, thank you.
So the series is called Prophecy of the Mage Queen, and it's by A. Lonergan, or Alyssa Lonergan, as we know. So book 4 is called... Oh my God, we're gaslighting ourselves. This comes out this year.
Fuck off.
It comes out on the 29th of December. So let's just say, like, potato, let's call it 2025 release, but it isn't. We're actually getting on the 29th of December. According to Kindle, obviously she could, that might be different, but according to Kindle, we're getting on the 29th of December. It's the Vow of Ruin.
Yikes.
So you've got the Vow of Lies, which is our end of November author spotlight.
Yeah.
And also we will be doing a main series run on this
in January.
Yeah, January time, I think we said, yeah. Vow of Lies is the first book, Vow of Spies is the second book, Vow of Magic is the third book, and Vow of Ruin is the fourth book. Again, I have not read this, but you have absolutely ate this up, as we said at the beginning of the episode. And again, I plan to read it once it's all released.
Cannot wait. I can't believe that's this year. Merry bloody Christmas.
And a Happy New Year. Okay, final one on the list is... The series is called The Essence of Equinox. This is a trilogy, so the third book will be coming out again. We don't have a hard and fast date for this, but Camilla Andrew has announced it will be in 2025 at some point. We did get a title for this. And when we saw the title...
And when the penny droppeth, we felt like fools.
Yeah, so the first book is called When the Stars Alight. The second book is called We Will Devour the Night. And then we like both those titles. We have no qualms with them. But we did feel after again, we've done a series on this and we've interviewed Cammy. Camilla, go back and listen. And we love this series. Indie author, like we say, has probably the best special edition books we have ever owned.
Yeah.
If you're into your special edition books, go have a look at Camilla's stuff. Camilla Andrew on Amazon. She's on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere.
Yeah.
But when she announced the title for book 3, we realised that actually all 3 books are a run-on. So it is When the stars are light, we will devour the night, and the age of summer will rise. What a fucking mic drop that was.
She's class.
She is class. She's so unbelievable. Not that other people aren't, but she's so fucking intelligent. Our tiny little pea-sized brains could not compute that.
No.
But when she announced it back at the end of October that that's what the name was going to be, we were like, I sent it to you, we were like...
gobsmacked.
Fuck. So, again, we don't have a hard and fast date for this, but she's just said 2025. She's still an indie author, so again, probably a bit more like realistic. When that trilogy comes out in special edition, you best fucking believe I am getting We Will Devour the Night and this third book in special edition. I can't even imagine what they're going to look like together because they're just so beautiful. Her sprayed edges, her packaging, her fan art, her stickers, like everything she produces, the quality of it is wild.
Everything she produces, you can tell she really, really cares. And I'm not saying other authors don't care, but...
No, but she puts her whole chest into it. Yeah. And we love it.
With gumption.
The plot twist at the end of book 1 had us gagged. We fucking ate book 2 up. We would highly, highly, again, a bit more in the dark, gothic fantasy pocket, but still a romantasy through and through. Yeah. Oh, we love this book.
Did I not put From Blood and Ash on there?
Yeah, you probably did. I think I probably skipped it now you said it. Sorry, I just didn't think I noticed it. Hold on. Yeah, you did. I just completely skipped out. I didn't even notice. Sorry, okay. We're not done. Sit back down. We got 5 more minutes.
Get your pen back out.
Get your pen and book back out on your calendar. We got one more for you. From Blood and Ash. So we've done a From Blood and Ash wish list for the next book. And at that point when we did it, we did not have a release date for the next book. However, Jennifer L. Armentrout has since announced the official release date for book 6, which is going to be A Soul of Ash. Oh no. Which is going to be The Primal of Blood and Bone. And that is coming out on the 10th of June, 2025.
Lovely.
We are so fucking buzzing for this series to be done.
I just can't wait for more Poppy and Castile.
Yeah, and we've had, even though like we're going to be 6 books in with this series, there's still so much left unanswered. Even so, since we've done our since we did our episode 6 wishlist episode, we had so many DMs of all of you telling us you need to go read the prequel series because so many of the things that we didn't have answers for are in the prequel series. We've since read the prequel series. Well, Sam hasn't read the last book, but we've like pretty much got the gist of it. So even so, there's still a lot of questions left unanswered for book 6. I'm so excited to get this whole series, including the prequel, wrapped up. We're really excited to have this series wrapped up. And we're really glad that we now have a date for this.
Yes.
Anything else you want to say on that topic?
More threesomes.
I really think we're going to get a polyamorous relationship between Castile, Poppy and Kieran. I'm so fucking here for it.
I will wolf that down. No pun intended.
Wolf. We're buzzed. That's the latest release we have on the calendar. Well, that's a lie. That's the latest hard and fast date that we have. Everything else is like TBC. But in terms of like in stone dates, that is the latest we have. And I'm fucking buzzing for it, honestly.
Can you wait?
As much as I didn't love the last one. Hot tea.
I loved it.
No, I just don't like being told a story I've already been told. My ADHD does not compute.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, that is our list of our most anticipated reads of 2025.
Yeah.
Like we said, there's probably a gajillion more, but there's just ones that we've started. We haven't actually done From Blood and Ash on this series.
No.
On this podcast.
No.
I don't know if we ever will.
No.
Because it's a bit like, and it would be a lot of books to do, and we'd have to do the prequel. And as much as we love the From Blood and Ash series, there's definitely things that we're a bit like... So, not to break your hearts, but like, I would never say never, because... Never say never.
Never say never.
But we might, I don't know. There's nothing on the cards right now.
No.
So, that was our most anticipated reads for 2025.
Let us know what yours are. Most anticipated reads for 2025. I don't know if we said this
last week, but we've been having a few messages of people being like, I think we said this last week, but of people being like, oh, sorry to like bother you or sorry to message you. No. slide into our DMs, message us. We love it. We love
Wake
talking
me up
to
in the
you.
middle of the night.
Yeah, wake Sam up. She'll answer you.
I will.
So if you have any reads that that we as a collective like and we didn't mention, please tell us.
Yeah.
I think we covered everything, but we probably haven't.
No, there's a lot coming out, and
and we will join you. Is next week Metal Slinger? No.
Yeah,
it is. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! So join us. I can't see from here. Join us next week for Metal Slinger.
Woohoo!
This is your 1 week notice to read it. There's plenty of time. Go read it now.
And then the week after will be Rachel Schneider.
After that, fuck knows.
After that, it's ACOTAR Crack Ship Theories.
Oh, we do have things scheduled.
After that, it's ACOTAR Secret Santa. And after that, it's the best reads of 2024. Where we'll be spilling the tea on what we've loved this year.
And we do plan at some point between like the New Year or Christmas and New Year, we're not sure yet on the date, of doing like a long live stream. Maybe we do like our top reads at that point as well, or like announcing our read of the year. Maybe we'll do like a giveaway and then we'll play some like ACOTAR games. Like we've got we haven't got a date for that yet, but we will do something celebratory for the new year.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Are we done?
Yeah, I'm going to piss my pants.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much for listening.
Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at A Pod of Smut and Wingspan.
See you next week.
Bye.